Hello friends, so after completing the topic of yesterday's topic, that was all about fertilization and implantation, we will start with a new topic, that is pregnancy and embryonic development. Now we have seen that after implantation the female is considered to be pregnant, right? So what is exactly pregnancy? So here I have written the definition is that a condition which carries one or more embryo in the uterus, that is after implantation, that condition is known as, we can say it is known as pregnancy. How much is the duration? Remember that as soon as the eggs get fertilized, after that 266 days and 280 days from the menses, that is approximately last menses होता है, उसके बाद में 9 months तक there is no menstruation, and that is what we have already discussed in oogenesis and menstrual cycle कि क्यों menses नहीं होता, right? So for 9 months, that is approximate 3 trimester. 3 trimester मतलब 3 ऐसे 3 महीने के 3 trimester, that is 9 months तक a female carries the baby. Okay, so that is what you call it as gestation period, or it is defined as pregnancy. Now let us understand this diagram. Now once you can see that implantation occurs, right? Let's say this implantation has occurred. So what is happening, that the trophoblast cells of the blastocyst that is forming the outer layer, let us say this, yesterday in the previous lecture we have seen that this kind of structure was there. This was what we call it as the trophoblast cells, and inside that mass of cells was there, right? So these trophoblast cells will form this chorionic villi. Now what is this chorionic villi? This chorionic villi are fingers-like projection that penetrates the endometrium of the female, right? So it will go deep into this and it will form chorionic villi. So this portion is the portion of uterus and this is chorionic villi. Together, this uterine part and chorionic villi will form placenta. So placenta is something really important. We will see the function later on. So this is the placenta. Further, if we talk about this whole structure is, we can call it as a yolk sac. This over here we call it as a yolk sac, and this is a bag formed in which the baby is carried, right? All right. Surrounding this, inside this, now over here you will find some fluid. We call it as amniotic fluid. It is really important. So surrounding the baby, in that bag, there would be some fluid. We call it as amniotic fluid. So here, let's say all this layer is filled with a fluid, and we call it as amniotic fluid. Here, the hanging portion, you can see the small baby. That is what you call it as. Over here, we will call it as embryo. The yolk sac is over here, and here is the umbilical cord. This is known as the umbilical cord. We know the function of umbilical cord, that it is responsible for the transport of, you can say, oxygen, carbon dioxide, nutrients and waste to and fro, like from the mother to the baby, from the baby to the mother. So it is responsible for that. Inside this umbilical cord, there is one structure, we call it as allantois. What do we call it as? Allantois. And this allantois is responsible, actually allantois in the umbilical cord is responsible for the transport of carbon dioxide, oxygen and nutrients and waste, right? So inside the umbilical cord there is a structure called allantois, and this cavity of amnion consists of amniotic fluid which will provide a cushion-like structure so that the baby inside will never face friction whenever it is moving inside. So it will have a bag filled with fluid inside. So that is what you call it as amnion, or cavity of amnion inside which the fluid is present, and we call it as amniotic fluid. Okay. Further, if we talk about, so these two structures are known as placenta. Inside this is, and this portion, right? This portion is the cavity of uterus. So you can see the baby is in a bag-like structure inside the uterus. Okay, so this is about the structure, and whenever there is a pregnancy, let me tell you that the cervical part of the, we can say cervix part of the vagina or of the uterus is plugged with a mucus, so that there is no more like you can say transport from inside to outside from this area, so it gets plugged. So this is basically a structure that is denoting pregnancy or implantation. And now further, if we talk about gestation period, it is of 9 months, as I said 3 trimester. And the first trimester, what happens, like what are the changes that is taking place in the baby, कि पहले 3 महीने में बच्चे में क्या changes आते हैं, फिर बाद के 3 महीने में क्या changes आते हैं, और फिर लास्ट के जो 3 महीने में उसमें कैसा डेवलपमेंट होता है बेबी का. That is what we are going to see over here. In the first trimester, first month में herd formation होता है, alright, so herd is formed. Then in the second month, what is formed? Limbs are formed. Limbs are formed. थर्ड मंथ में उसके सारे ही ऑर्गन सिस्टम और एक्सटर्नल जेनिटेलिया फॉर्म हो जाते हैं, अलॉन्ग विद उसके लिम्स डेवलप हो जाते हैं. तो वहाँ पे वो बच्चा, यस, इट स्टार्ट्स अपीयरिंग लाइक ह्यूमन, लाइक ओवर हियर वी कॉल इट एज फीटस. रिमेंबर दैट कि 3 महीने के बाद में हम बच्चे को फीटस कहना शुरू कर देते हैं कि इट लुक्स लाइक ह्यूमंस. ओके, सो सेकेंड ट्रिमेस्टर के अंदर फीटस का मूवमेंट स्टार्ट हो जाता है, बट इट इज नॉट दैट विगरस मूवमेंट जो 7 मंथ में होता है. स्लाइट मूवमेंट स्टार्ट इनसाइड, हेड का डेवलपमेंट शुरू हो जाता है, हेयर्स आ जाते हैं बॉडी पर. अब हेड का डेवलपमेंट, लेट मी टेल यू दैट कितने महीनों तक बॉडी में जब डेवलपमेंट होता है तो हेड ज्यादा बड़ा होता है बॉडी से. रिमेंबर दिस. सो बॉडी इज स्मॉलर, लाइक सपोज इफ द बॉडी इज ऑलमोस्ट 7 सेंटीमीटर का होगा तो ऑलमोस्ट 4 सेंटीमीटर का सर ही होगा, और रेस्ट 3 सेंटीमीटर वुड बी द बॉडी पोर्शन. ऑलराइट, फिर तो हेड डेवलप होना शुरू हो गया बाय द एंड. सो सेकेंड ट्रिमेस्टर के एंड में बॉडी के ऊपर छोटे छोटे हेयर्स आ जाते हैं, फॉरस जैसे हो जाते हैं. देन आईलिड्स गेट सेपरेटेड, जो आईज की जो लिड्स होती है वो उसमें ट्रांसवर्स स्लिट डेवलप होती है और आईलिड्स सेपरेट हो जाती है. आईज के ऊपर आई लैशेज आ जाती है. सो दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस. सो व्हेनेवर यू टॉक अबाउट द सेकेंड ट्रिमेस्टर, रिमेंबर दैट हेयर्स, body hairs, body का development, then you can say hairs on the eyelashes वगैरह वगैरह. So hair is what you need to remember in the second trimester. Then let's talk about the last third trimester. इसके अंदर fetus का fully development होना शुरू हो जाता है, मतलब almost at the end वो fetus develop हो जाता है. और यहाँ पे 7 month में vigorous मूवमेंट स्टार्ट होता है, मतलब यूटेरस के अंदर the mother can literally feel the movement of the baby inside the uterus. And even if one can observe it from the external side कि हाँ अंदर बच्चा is moving inside. So that is what we can say that vigorous movement starts with the 7th month. 8th month के अंदर lungs develop होते हैं. This is an important point to note. इसी वजह से whenever the baby is born in the 7th month, जब 7th month में बेबी का born होता है तो बच्चा weak होता है and we put the baby into the incubation box. Generally we call it as like a कांच की पेटी में बच्चे को रखा हुआ है, we call that, right? So what is that called? That is what you call it as incubation box. तो बच्चे को incubation box में क्यों रखा जाता है? ताकि उसे वही environment, वही surroundings मिले जो उसको मदर के यूटेरस में मिल रहा था, ताकि उसके जो half developed lungs है, जो 8 month में उसका complete होने वाला है development, that gets completed. So you need to remember that why the baby born in the 7th month feels difficult to remain alive, or फिर why it is kept in the incubation box. So at that point you need to remember that 7 month में उसके lungs का development नहीं हुआ होता है, तो क्योंकि वो 8 months में उसका development होता है lungs का. At the end of 9 month fetus is completely formed, totally develop हो जाता है, और जैसे ही 9 month end होते हैं the mother waits for the delivery of the baby. Ideally it is believed के 3 से 3.5 किलो तक का उसका what you can say weight हो सकता है, and rest depends upon the nutrition या nourishment कितना है उसके ऊपर depend करता है. So this is about the gestation period or the 3 trimester of 9 months of pregnancy. So this is about the topic of pregnancy and the embryonic development. Now here let us understand what is placenta and what are its function. As I've told you that placenta is a connection of mother with the baby, and it is a temporary connection. So it consists of 2 main parts. That is, you can say that it is a connection of fetal membrane and the uterine structure. So fetal membrane is itself belonging to the baby, and the uterine structure means the part of uterus that is belonging to the mother. So it consists of mainly 2 things, that is chorionic villi, and this chorionic villi, if we understand it over here, okay, is formed by the cells of trophoblast. We know that it is this kind of villi. Okay, so this is formed by the cells of trophoblast. Further, you know that it gets embedded in the uterus. तो ये जो पार्ट हुआ वो यूटिरस का पार्ट हुआ और ये जो पार्ट हुआ वो है कोरियोनिक विलाई. तो ये दोनों कंबाइन होके क्या बनाते हैं? इट मेक्स प्लेसेंटा. ओके, नाउ व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ प्लेसेंटा? अब ये प्लेसेंटा से निकलता है अम्बिलिकल कॉर्ड और अम्बिलिकल कॉर्ड जो होता है वो कनेक्टेड रहता है अपने बच्चे के साथ, राइट? सो दिस इज द umbilical cord. Now what is this umbilical cord? Placenta actually supplier है, ऑक्सीजन का सप्लायर है, न्यूट्रिएंट्स का सप्लायर है, लेकिन वो सप्लाई किसके थ्रू करता है? इट इज सप्लाइंग थ्रू दिस umbilical cord. And this umbilical cord is composed of 3 vessels. Means it consists of 3 blood vessels. One, you can say that one is veins that supply oxygenated blood and nutrients to the baby. ठीक है? तो from the placenta is coming out one vein, umbilical vein, that is supplying oxygenated blood. Oxygen और खाना वगैरह like glucose, sugars, proteins, etc. are all being transported through this vein from placenta to the fetus. And so this is one vein and there are 2 arteries, right? 2 arteries are present. This will carry out deoxygenated blood, nitrogenous waste, and you can say other waste out from the, what we can say, baby. तो 3 ब्लड वेसल्स होते हैं, याद रखना. 2 आर्टरीज होती है और एक वेन होती है. वेन सप्लाई करती है उसको ब्लड के साथ ऑक्सीजन और न्यूट्रिएंट्स, एंड वहां से वेस्ट ले जाने वाली 2 आर्टरीज होती है. सो दिस इज व्हाट अम्बिलिकल कॉर्ड कंसिस्ट ऑफ. सो लेट अस राइट नाउ द फंक्शन ऑफ प्लेसेंटा. नाउ व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ प्लेसेंटा? The first function of placenta is to supply oxygen, nutrients and the requirements to the fetus. So whatever fetus requires is important things, all the good requirements are being supplied from the placenta through the umbilical cord to the baby. Secondly, the second function is it drains out. Whenever we use the word drains out, that means it is taking out something. So it drains out carbon dioxide, nitrogenous wastes and other waste. So this again, all things will go back to the placenta, and from there it has been carried out by the mother's blood and removed from the body. Third function, which is really important, it secretes hormones like HCG, then HPL, estrogen, progesterone, and one more thing is relaxin. So what is HCG? The full form is human chorionic gonadotropin hormone. So I'll write here human chorionic gonadotropin. It is gonadotropin. HPL. HPL is human placental lactogen. Lactogen, somewhere it is responsible for the milk production and development of mammary gland. So these 2 hormones are, so I would put a point over here that these 2 hormones, that is HCG and HPL, okay, this and this are secreted only during pregnancy. तो अगर प्रेगनेंसी टेस्ट भी करते हैं तो हम कौन सा हार्मोन डिटेक्ट होता है यूरिन में? ये 2 हार्मोन. ठीक है? सो HCL and HPL and HCG hormones are secreted by placenta. Estrogen, progesterone and relaxin. These are also being secreted by placenta. Progesterone secreted by corpus luteum also. और corpus luteum तो हम जानते ही हैं कि together along with 9 months तक वो retain रहेगा because वो pregnancy को support करता है. Okay, so this too will support pregnancy. Further, if we talk about relaxin, relaxin सिर्फ end में secrete होता है. Okay, so it is secreted in the end of 9 months, and the function is it keeps the cervix relaxed during parturition. जब भी चाइल्ड का बर्थ होने वाला होता है उस टाइम पे वो जो कर्विक्स होती है, जो बर्थ कैनाल होती है, उसको वो रिलैक्स रखता है. अब और दूसरे कौन से हार्मोन्स रिलीज होते हैं तो उसकी सिर्फ मैं आपको लिस्ट देती हूँ और वो मोर नंबर्स में पाए जाते हैं. सो दीज आर एस्ट्रोजन, द नेक्स्ट इज प्रोजेस्टेरॉन, द नेक्स्ट इज थायरॉक्सिन. ये सब मैटरनल ब्लड में ज्यादा होते हैं. सो इट इज फाउंड मोर इन मैटरनल ब्लड, secreted by the maternal glands. Okay, you can say then cortisols, then you can say estrogen, progesterone, cortisols. Okay, so these are the hormones, and particularly अगर हम thyroxine की बात करें तो we know that the role of thyroxine is for the development of the fetal brain. So this is responsible for development of fetal brain, right? So ये maternal blood के hormones है और ये जो hormones है that has been secreted by placenta. So this is all about the topic of placenta. Placenta can be a temporary endocrine gland as well.